This is News 3 Now at 10.
And thanks for joining us tonight. A developing story right now on Madison's west side.
Police say at least 2 people were shot this evening near the intersection of Leland Drive and Balsam Road. That's just off of Raymond Road across from Walgreens. The call came in just after 6:35. Our crew on the scene could see several markers on the ground which appear to be shell casings. Officers on the scene tell us the 2 people who were shot have non-life-threatening injuries. It appears to be an isolated, targeted incident, but officers couldn't release any additional information. New tonight, federal authorities are now offering a reward for information in connection with a double homicide and arson investigation in Jefferson County. In a news release tonight, the ATF says it is now offering $10,000 for information that leads to an arrest and conviction of 62-year-old Kevin Anderson. He's the suspect in the shooting death of his sister and his brother-in-law in the town of Sumner on June 16th. The ATF also released this photo today. It's a new image of Anderson. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. The number is there on your screen.
Next at 10, as of this morning, the mandatory mask order for Dane County is now in effect. Everyone over the age of 5 is required to wear something that covers their mouth and nose whenever they're in an enclosed space that is not their home. That includes all businesses, healthcare settings, and public transportation. You can take the mask off when you're seated and eating at a restaurant, but you should still be 6 feet away from another table. People with physical, mental, or developmental conditions that prevent them from wearing masks are also exempt. Some businesses are adjusting to the mandate today by reminding customers to have their masks ready before even stepping inside. Our Gabriella Becerra joins us live to explain what mask-wearing rules people can expect while dining out. Gabby?
Eric, like you mentioned, the new order does have some exceptions, including when eating or drinking at a restaurant. We talked to one local restaurant owner who explains to us when you need to have it on and when you don't.
Newly posted signs at Nono's Ristorante Italiano remind customers to wear masks when walking in.
They have to have the mask on. Obviously, when they get seated, they can take it off. But if they do need to stand up and go to the bathroom, go around the restaurant, they have to put it back on.
Owner Juan Murillo says accommodations can be made for those who can't wear masks.
We can come out to them at their car, take the order, bring it right out to them, and that way they don't have to be in the restaurant without a mask.
Murillo says he hopes the mask policy will help stop the virus.
It's not something that the restaurant is doing because they want to do it. It's something that it's required by Dane County, and it's for everybody's health, really. I mean, if you want businesses to succeed, we need to work together and do it right.
In comparison, a photo circulating social media suggests Hellbox, a coffee shop in Middleton, is a mask-free zone. The photo comes from a customer who asked us not to reveal his name. He says that his family, including his 6-year-old daughter, wore masks inside the coffee shop and was shamed for it. In a statement to News 3 Now, he says, quote, "People were laughing, asking, don't they know how to read? And there were a bunch of people pointing and laughing at her." Adding, quote, "The man working at the front whispered to me and said the owner had a very strong mask stance and wouldn't allow employees to wear masks and put the sign up." News 3 Now staff spoke with the owner of the store. He denies a sign was posted, and as of 1 p.m., News 3 Now staff could not find that sign in the window.
Middleton Police Department said on Facebook that they've received multiple complaints about Hellbox, but the Public Health of Madison and Dane County are the ones enforcing the order. You can email them at compliance@publichealthmdc.com.
If you don't comply with this new mask order, you could get a fine. Ideally, the city and county says they want people to follow it on their own. If you don't, the Public Health Department is leaning on education as the first step to compliance. Health experts have said this is one of the tools we have to minimize spread. If that doesn't work, depending on where you are, public health could cite you.
We've received, hundreds of complaints, and when we follow up with businesses, generally we get compliance and everyone complies. I mean, it doesn't even, because the first complaint goes to the public health office, and rarely does it even come to our office.
Paulson said over the course of the pandemic, the city has given out fewer than 15 citations. People have been mostly complying. The health department said if you see someone not wearing a mask, assume they have a valid reason.
The Milwaukee Common Council has unanimously approved a mask requirement for public spaces. Anyone 3 years old and older would have to wear a face covering in buildings open to the public and in any outdoor public space where it's not possible to stay 6 feet away from others. There are some exceptions for medical conditions or religious reasons. Alders also approved a separate proposal to provide free masks to city residents. Over the past 24 hours, there were more than 740 new COVID-19 cases confirmed in Wisconsin. We saw high case numbers over the past week with 3 consecutive days of record-breaking numbers. The percentage of new tests that came back positive, 7.5%. That is down from yesterday's 10%. However, the overall 2-week trend is now going up. The Wisconsin National Guard rolling out some new technology at community testing sites. They say it'll make the testing process more efficient. The program, known as COVID Connect, was piloted at Alliant Energy Center last week. It provides online registration for citizens before they're tested. You fill out a brief questionnaire covering symptoms, contact information, and date of birth. After testing is completed, results can be emailed directly to the patient. In a press release, Governor Evers said the new technology allowed for as many as 40% more tests per hour to be completed. The process also allows people to report any suspected COVID-19 exposures they've had. The technology is being used here and in Milwaukee and will be expanded to other National Guard test sites later this month.
The coronavirus has now killed more than 135,000 in the U.S. while infecting over 3.3 million people. The resurgence has forced California back into lockdown. The governor announced today all counties will close all indoor activities and operations, including nearly all public spaces in the state: bars, restaurants, gyms, and houses of worship. The Los Angeles and San Diego public school districts said online learning would continue into the fall. The current pandemic is causing some unusual side effects, like a current coin shortage across the country, one that local banks say is even being felt right here in Madison.
Consumers aren't coming to branches, and businesses maybe are not coming to branches, or they're just not open as much. There's all these little bottlenecks, so coin isn't circulating throughout the economy right now. And if coin's not coming into the banks, it's hard for us to package it and roll it back out to our business clients.
He says there are some simple ways people can help out with the shortage. If you have any coins laying around, call your bank and try to set up an appointment to deposit it. Use exact change when shopping, or by using digital payments like debit and Apple Pay.
All right, let's turn things over to weather now, where things could get a little interesting tomorrow afternoon into the evening hours. Here's Dana with our first warn forecast.
Today was a very seasonable day. High temperatures right at 82 degrees, which is where we should be. Tomorrow it'll get a little warmer, a little more humid, and a little stormier. So here's a look at the next 48 hours. You can see our dew points steadily increasing throughout the day tomorrow. That's going to lead to our next opportunity for some strong to severe thunderstorms. Partly cloudy and mild tonight. The storms come back late tomorrow afternoon and evening. They stay overnight through Wednesday. And we're going to see a little return of a warm up and some humidity by the weekend. We do have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow now, mainly for late in the day, as that's when we will see the chance for showers and thunderstorms to develop. We could see a few severe thunderstorms with high winds, heavy rain, and hail. And right now we're not ruling out the possibility for an isolated tornado. But we'll take a closer look at some timing and precipitation totals in just a few minutes.
Dana, thank you. If you live in Madison, you'll see a pair of school district referendums on the ballot in November.
Tonight, the Board of Education voted to move ahead with referendums worth a combined $350 million. Amanda Quintana is here with what this could mean for you.
It's broken into 2 parts: the operating referendum, which is $33 million, and the facilities referendum, which is $317 million.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, motion passes. All right, good job, everyone.
Good job.
Both easily passed during tonight's virtual meeting. The first referendum would fund academic momentum over the next 4 years, like programming and attracting and retaining high-quality teachers. The second is focused on building renovations, such as new elementary schools. If both pieces pass, it would be a $77 increase each year for every $100,000 in home value. The board mentioned they did think about the effects of the pandemic, but feel support for the referendums is still strong. They also approved the contract for the the new superintendent, Dr. Carlton Jenkins, to go through 2022.
Amanda, thank you. The Black Lives Matter mural in front of Trump Tower in New York City has been vandalized. It happened Monday morning. Police say a white male wearing a black hat and T-shirt splattered red paint on one of the words before fleeing the scene. When cars drove over that paint, it spread across the mural. NYPD had to shut down Fifth Avenue to clean it up. Investigators are also reviewing security footage of that incident. The decades-old debate over whether the Washington Redskins should change their name is over. Redskins was retired today, but a new name for the historic NFL team has not yet been announced. In a statement, the NFL team said owner Dan Snyder and coach Ron Rivera are working closely to develop a new name and design approach that will enhance the standing of our proud tradition-rich franchise and inspire our sponsors, fans, and community for the next 100 years. For decades, activists have called on Snyder to change the name that many considered racist and offensive to Native Americans. The Atlanta Braves organization says it will not be changing its team nickname. The Major League Baseball franchise said in a statement today the Braves, quote, honor, respect, and value the Native American community. However, the team did say an advisory group is reviewing the tomahawk chop, the arm movement done by fans at home games.
A federal judge has blocked the planned execution of a convicted killer, citing ongoing challenges to the federal government's lethal injection protocol. Daniel Lewis Lee is scheduled to be executed today, which would be the first federal execution in 17 years. The Justice Department has appealed the ruling to the Supreme Court. Lee, a one-time white supremacist who killed a family of 3, had originally been scheduled for execution in December, but his case was delayed after the courts blocked the death sentence from being carried out. A federal judge today permanently blocked Georgia's 2019 heartbeat abortion law, finding that it violates the U.S. Constitution. A U.S. district judge ruled against the state in a lawsuit filed by abortion providers and an advocacy group. The state's measure would have banned abortions once a detectable human heartbeat was present. According to a legal challenge, that can happen as early as 6 weeks into a pregnancy before many women realize they're even pregnant.
The body found at a Southern California lake has been identified as former Glee actress Naya Rivera, the Ventura County Sheriff's Office said during a press conference today. The body was discovered this morning at Lake Piru. The Sheriff's Department said there's no indication of foul play or that it was a suicide. The 33-year-old had been presumed dead after she went missing last Wednesday. She had gone to the lake that afternoon and rented a pontoon boat with her 4-year-old son. He was later seen on the boat, but his mother was nowhere to be found. Actress Lori Loughlin and her husband Massimo Giannulli are asking for bail reductions ahead of their August 21st sentencing in the college admissions scandal. They're both free on $1 million bond apiece, currently secured by property, but the couple wants the bond reduced to an unsecured $100,000 amount. They confessed to paying $500,000 to get their 2 daughters into USC as fake crew team members. They both pleaded guilty to a conspiracy charge. Under the deal, Loughlin will get 2 months in prison. Giannulli will get 5 months.
Still to come tonight, a Fitchburg movie theater announces plans to close its doors for good. Plus, the U.S. Navy ship in San Diego continues to burn tonight. The latest on the efforts to save it, next.
It was a dark night in drive-thru land. The people had grown tired of greasy burgers and gut bombs. But then, 3 heroes emerged. Their savory sauces brought courage. Their juicy tomatoes brought might. Their roast chicken brought the taste of roast chicken. They were called Arby's New Market Fresh Wraps. And everyone ate happily ever after at the end. Arby's, we have the meats.
Get the refrigerator you've always wanted now at the Brothers Maine Big Deal Refrigerator Sale. You'll save big on every Amana, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Whirlpool. French doors, black stainless, and smart refrigerators all come with up to 18-month 0% financing. And you'll get our risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee. Hey, we make it easy to be confident in your new refrigerator. It's the Big Deal Refrigerator Sale with more selection, more savings, and more big confidence only at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
America, we want to help get you back to it. And here's how, with the Ford Promise. Visit your Ford dealer, finance a new, certified pre-owned or used vehicle through Ford Credit, and if you lose your job, you can return it for up to 1 year from the day you bought it. You can also get 0% APR financing for 72 months across the Ford lineup. Let us help get you back to it with the Ford Promise.
U.S. Cellular.
Yeah.
New customer.
What's the deal?
Unlimited data, just $30 a month.
Love that. But what's the deal with the signal? It works everywhere. I'm like sub-level Z of this parking garage. I and it still works. It's crazy.
Sir, you're going into signal shock, very common with new customers. Just breathe with me, okay? Unlimited data. Strong signal.
Strong signal.
All for $30 a month.
U.S. Cellular.
Choose fair.
There's time for adventure, there's people that treasure and moments that no one can hold. There's so much to see when you're wandering free on this little blue world we call home. We call home, the only one we've ever known.
A chance of storms back in the forecast Tuesday. Chris Reese will let you know what you can expect before you head out the door.
And summer vacations are anything but normal this year. We're going to share how you can do it safely.
We'll see you starting at 4:30 tomorrow.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
In San Diego tonight, the fight continues to save the USS Bonham Richard. Hundreds of sailors and firefighters are still working to put out that massive fire that broke out on board the ship yesterday morning. It started in a lower half of the ship in a storage area. Nearly 60 sailors and civilians have been treated at local hospitals, mostly for smoke inhalation and heat exhaustion. 5 remain hospitalized in stable condition. The new Vision Imax Theater in Fitchburg is closing its doors. A former general manager tells us the national company has been trying for months to renegotiate leases, but an agreement was never made. 18 new Vision theaters will be closing nationwide, a result of financial struggles from the pandemic. He says the theater was remodeled about 5 years ago and didn't have a lot of equity to stay open at this time.
Fisker, an electric vehicle maker, is expected to become a publicly traded company after a multi-billion-dollar merger that was just announced today. The car company will merge with Spartan Energy Acquisition and will be backed by private equity firm Apollo Global Management. The $2.9 billion deal is expected to close in the fourth quarter of this year. That deal will help Fisker bring to market its Ocean SUV, which was unveiled at the Consumer Electronics Show earlier this year. Other big news for car and truck enthusiasts: for the first time in more than 25 years, Ford is bringing back the Bronco. The new design just unveiled at an online event tonight. Executives say the market for rugged SUVs is growing twice as fast as SUVs overall. The smaller version, the Bronco Sport, will be available later this year, while the full-size Bronco won't be available until next spring.
And here's meteorologist Dana Fulton with a look at our forecast.
Again, we do have an alert day in the forecast now for tomorrow. Much of the day is going to stay dry, but showers and thunderstorms will develop in the late afternoon and evening. And some of those storms could be severe, bringing very high winds, heavy rainfall, the threat for some hail, and even a threat for an isolated tornado, just because we're going to have a little bit of rotation during the heat of the afternoon. Now, overnight, our skies will be partly cloudy. Early in the morning, partly sunny skies. That's how it stays for much of the afternoon. But in the late afternoon and evening, the showers and thunderstorms will start to creep in along the western edge of the state first. So we'll be able to track them throughout the afternoon, moving through Iowa and Minnesota. As that line builds in, we will see the heaviest rainfall likely in the southwest corner of the state, but pretty much everywhere expecting to pick up rain through Tuesday evening, overnight into Wednesday. For Wednesday, we'll get a bit of a break in the showers early in the day, but the showers resurge again in the afternoon and evening. Expected to pick up a little more rainfall, could see some heavier rain at times and some stronger thunderstorms, but the severe threat is really for Tuesday. The rain and the cloud coverage clears out late Wednesday, and for Thursday, we'll have mostly sunny skies. There is a slight risk for severe weather, mainly for areas west and north of Dane County. That's where those storms will start to enter in during the warmest part of the day. So we have the best opportunity to see some very strong thunderstorms, some stronger wind gusts, and the heavier rain passing through. But all of the area, at least under a marginal risk to see a strong to severe thunderstorm. Don't hold on so tightly to the numbers here. This is just one model run, but as you can see, all of the area will be picking up rain, and the area where we're going to be keeping the closest eye on for localized flooding is mainly going to be north and west of Dane County. We could easily see accumulation totals get close to 3 inches by the end of Wednesday. So during that 36-hour period, the rain's really going to add up. Now, we don't have any major flooding concerns right now, but a lot of the ground's still very saturated, and some of our lakes and ponds just a little swollen right now. So we'll be keeping an eye on those lower lying areas, the really rural spots that tend to get a little more soggy with the rain coming through. Again, mainly west and north of Dane County for Tuesday, late Tuesday, and throughout the day on Wednesday. Once we get through that, it starts to get a little warmer and a little more humid outside again. We have alert days in the forecast for Saturday and for Sunday. Saturday will be hot and humid with highs in the low 90s. Sunday also in the low 90s with those heat index readings anywhere from the mid 90s to near 100 degrees. Very sticky afternoon. A slight chance for a shower thunderstorm developing on Sunday, though. Temperature trend looking 6 to 10 days out. Still very likely we're going to stay above average. Tomorrow, though, close to 84, so just a little bit warmer than today, but it is going to be a little more humid as more moisture surges in, and those shower and thunderstorm chances will start to develop later on in the day. That alert day due to the storm chances are alert days for this weekend because it's going to be so warm outside, and I don't think anyone gets too excited about heat index readings near 100. Storm chances for Wednesday. Notice our highs on Wednesday will be in the upper 70s because we will have a mostly cloudy sky, so we'll be a little cooler outside. Mostly sunny on Thursday in the mid 80s for afternoon highs. We're close to 90 on Friday with another chance for showers and thunderstorms, and then again very humid and warm for this weekend. Looking ahead to the following week, we'll still be above average, but it seems likely we'll drop back to the mid 80s as opposed to being in the lower 90s.
No, I don't mind it. I know a lot of people don't like the heat. I don't mind it because I think about December and January, and that kind of alert day I really don't like.
Those alert days are fun. You just bundle up, right?
Yeah, boy, but right now today was perfect.
It was perfect.
Humidity levels were low, and it was nice.
And that's what summer, again, that's really what we should be at for this time of year. We should be at 82 degrees. We were right on the money today. 92 is just a little above average for Madison.
All right, Dana, thanks. Just ahead in sports, the Brewers holding a warm-up series to get ready for Miller Park with no fans. Why, for one member of the Brew crew, playing in silence is just nothing new. Zach's in next. He's got sports.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
I am crushing this to-do list.
Let me see. Smart home upgrade? Home gym?
Check.
What about the window, siding, and doors?
Cross something important off your list. Free installation on all windows, siding, and doors. And no interest for 1 year. The biggest sale of the year is here.
Free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Here's to the road ahead. Trust Toyota to be here for you.
The best new cars make the best used cars. That's why every Toyota certified used vehicle gets a 160-point inspection, new warranty starting the day you purchase, 1 year of roadside assistance, and more. Get as low as 0% APR financing on select Toyota certified used models. See your dealer for details.
All from the brand you trust, today and tomorrow. Toyota.
At the Brothers Main, you'll get more selection, more savings, and more confidence in your appliance purchase. That's why we're the More Store. The Brothers Main, your local store for more since 1938.
We asked real customers what they really love about Spectrum Internet and TV.
Spectrum Internet has the fastest speeds for everything I do.
There is no turning wheel. It's immediate.
Spectrum is the fastest. Bam.
Get the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance with Spectrum Internet, delivering starting speeds of 200 megabits. That's more than enough for all your devices for $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
I can't get over how much on-demand Spectrum has. I can literally watch a new movie every night.
I got all my shows, and he's got all his shows. With the Spectrum TV app, I can watch live TV anywhere. It's perfect.
Add Spectrum TV and enjoy more free HD and more free on-demand. Plus, use the Spectrum TV app to watch live TV on the go, all from $44.99 a month. Call 833-906-4499.
The fact that they don't have contracts, that says a lot about their service.
Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. Install Spectrum services yourself. Get a self-installation kit shipped right to your home. Call 833-906-4499.
How
to get more out of your Wisconsin Dells vacation. Ride more rides, slide more slides, maybe even go for a train ride. Have more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Bite off more than you can chew. Who says less is more? More like more is more. Now that's more like it. Hey, you're getting more than you bargained for. All the more reason to do a little more. Need I say more? Wisconsin Dells. That's more like it. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
Traffic delays? Be the first to know with First Warn Weather and Traffic.
Staying true to their brand new 60-game season, the Milwaukee Brewers are doing something they haven't done before. Tomorrow at summer camp, the crew will start a blue and gold World Series where, like back in grade school, the players get to pick their own teams. The warm-up series will also help the Brewers get used to playing without fans, except if you're Logan Morrison. He's already used to the silence.
It's not going to be very difficult. I've played with the Rays and the Marlins, used to it, and I've also don't think the noise thing's an issue. The fans pumping in all that stuff. They want to do it, they do it, I guess, but yeah, either way, it's not going to. I don't actually hear that stuff whenever I get a hit or whenever I get out.
Defense is the name of the game. That is, according to Barry Alvarez, who, by the way, has 3 Rose Bowl wins under his belt. The Badgers AD has put together another game plan, but this time he's asking for your help to take down the opponent.
We believe that defense is the key to victory. Right now, we're all defending against a common opponent. The defensive game plan to slow COVID is simple. Wear a mask in public spaces, physically distance 6 feet for the safety of everyone, and wash your hands regularly. Join us. Let's do our part as Badgers.
Speaking of Wisconsin football, it's watch list season, and Jack Sanborn found his name on another one. The Badger linebacker was named to the Benerick Award watch list, which is given to college football's Defensive Player of the Year. Last season, Sanborn led the team in tackles and interceptions. And L.O. Johnson is coming home. The former Wanakee Warrior will run track at Wisconsin this upcoming season. Johnson transferred from New Mexico, where he ran track and played football for the Lobos, and is coming off a Mountain West Indoor Championship in the 60-meter dash. We're back after this.
10.9.
It hurts, and I'm too sexy for Milan, too sexy for Milan, New York.
Sometimes you run out of fresh at the wrong time. Luckily, Pick and Save delivery and free pickup make it easy to grab what you need, so you can get back to being you. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Trust the summer lawn and garden experts at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. We have everything you need to create, maintain, and enjoy your ideal yard, all at great low prices. Take a break from the heat and stay cool and comfortable with a Danby dehumidifier. On sale for just $169.99. This Energy Star certified unit runs efficiently in even the most humid conditions, automatically controls room humidity with its smart dehumidify feature, and has a washable, reusable filter for easy cleaning. Pick one up today at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Covet Cars grand opening sale, beautiful Middleton. 2017 Nissan Sentras, Hyundai Elantras for only $79.95 or $129 per month.
That's right. Buy 2017 Nissan Sentras and Hyundai Elantras for only $79.95 or $129 per month.
Covet Cars is selling 2018 Kia Fortes for only $89.95 or $149 per month.
Hurry in today and just ask for my dad, Don the Dealman Govin.
Or my daughter, Crystal the Pistol Govin.
You gotta go to Govin, GovinCars.com.
They are the heroes, the helpers, working on the front lines. And here's one small way that you can help them in return. Complete your 2020 census today. 2020 census data helps communities plan funding for hospitals, clinics, and emergency services across the country. An accurate count helps public health officials know who is at risk, and first responders identify the resources they need to protect our communities. Complete your census at 2020census.gov and help shape our future.
Seeing the joy that people feel when they share a meal with family and friends, that's why we do this. The laughter of kids around the table, the thrill of families driving through for a treat, the delight of not having to cook, and instead letting us safely serve you. It all comes back to taking care of each other. And for that, we'll be here with your favorites and always a smile.
Download the Channel 3000 app today. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Well, we want to go back. Dana, one more time. Final check of the first warn forecast.
We have an alert day in the forecast now for tomorrow. Most of the day is going to stay dry, but showers and thunderstorms will develop in the late afternoon and evening. Those storms continue overnight. We'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday with a mostly cloudy sky, so high temperatures will drop back a bit. We'll be in the upper 70s. Thursday, mostly sunny in the mid-80s. Friday, partly sunny with a chance for showers and thunderstorms in the afternoon. Highs will be close to 90. And for Saturday and Sunday, 2 more alert days in the forecast. High temperatures will be in the low 90s with heat index readings likely climbing into the triple digits. So a little sticky and steamy outside for the weekend. The following week, temperatures will be back in the 80s. We'll stay above average, but we'll be in the mid-80s.
All right, Dana, thanks. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, be well, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.
Now, a WISC-TV editorial with editorial director Neil Heinan.
As coronavirus cases continue to rise, a quote from a University of Florida epidemiologist is just striking in its simplicity and directness. Dr. Cindy Prinz said, "I really do think we could control this, and it's the human element that is so critical. It should be an effort of our country. We should be pulling together when we're in a crisis, and we're definitely not doing it." Florida is, of course, shattering records for new cases, but the country has the worst COVID outbreak in the world. The human element comes to play in the choices we make. Some are harder than others. Wearing masks and staying out of crowds should be easy. Whether or not to reopen schools is harder. Apparently, politics is hardest of all. But health experts are clear about this. We could control it. We have chosen not to.